Here we go on our second day of hunting private property. Freezing this morning. Sunday, October 26th, 2025. I remember to date these when I'm doing videos because it's kind of nice when you look back on all your videos and you can put a date on it, especially if you get something knocked down. But pretty cold today. It only said it was about 30, but with this little breeze, it goes right to your bones. I'm also missing a pretty crucial layer. Talk about Badlands gear. I'm gonna have to give them a call. I'm wearing I think it's called a Rise jacket. Oh, sorry, it's a Rev jacket, which I wear mainly when it's going to be wet. And last night it was wet. We got soaked. And so all my layers were soaked. And this rain jacket should have kept my upper pretty dry, but it didn't. So I hung out everything I could in the camper, but my mid jacket, which is a Rise jacket. I have Rise jacket and Rise pants, which are, yeah, it's probably not the warmest stuff they make, but it's pretty warm. That one was wet this morning still, so I couldn't wear it. And so again, I'm running my Sitka layers. Got a couple of those, just quarter zips. They have the same felt, inner brushed felt like the hat. And then got a Badlands, I believe it's called a quarter zip hoodie. So those are my 3 layers of warmth, and then I've got this Rev jacket on top. But I don't know if there's something I can do to kind of reactivate the waterproofing, or if that's just a layer that's only going to take so much before it soaks through. And like I said last night, it was pissing. We just rode it out. It was getting late, so sat there, had some good conversation, passing a flask back and forth until it was just time to hang it up. I could see a place like this, maybe it being handy to. I've got like a really lightweight tarp. I don't even know what you call it. It's a pretty decent, I think, 8x8 or 10x10, almost like a tent fly. I have that to run a guideline from tree to tree. And then I've got a packable hammock. I don't have either of those with me. They're one of my bins at home. But that could be handy if we know we're going to get rain or snow to set that up. We also kick around the idea of setting up blinds. You know, if there's a decent blind that maybe we could pack into the woods, maybe location to location, or, you know, keep it stationary if we've got a good spot. I don't know if people steal those or not. It'd be interesting if anybody has comments on that. You know, general rule is if it's not bolted down, it might walk away. So, just one of those ideas that we're gonna have to play with. We do a late whitetail hunt. We walked in to an old man on that trip. I believe it was last year. And he says, oh, are your blinds up here too? We're like, no, we don't have blinds. He's like, you don't have blinds? What do you just like stand under a tree when you're sitting on your alfalfa pile? They're like, yeah, we don't have alfalfa either. I mean, it was just cracked us up. This old man was looking at us side-eyed like, yeah, he actually said, like, what the hell are you guys doing up here? So, yeah, I don't know people's thoughts on bait piles and blinds, tree stands. I'm sure it gives you an edge, but we just haven't done it. Haven't, for the most part, we've never needed to hunt like that. Been mostly successful year over year. Might be something we need to look into. Coming up on a great little section here. And we're right on that property line. But can't tell you how old this one is, but this is a great little rub. You know, and that could be deer, that could be elk. It actually looks somewhat fresh. I know when I find these really fresh, I actually see the bark on the ground. I'm not seeing that, but a little bit of fur on there too. So, like I said, we're in the right spot. You know, the elk are just not here right now, and we anticipated that. It's a 60-acre property, which is just in line with their feeding cycle, their circle. I know they can be different in terms of how many miles they travel, how often they come back to one area, but we do know that they're on this property frequently. But they're off the property just enough to make it challenging for us this weekend because we're not seeing them. So we'll be here. You know, we'll hunt here till about noon and go back and mix up some food, and then we'll be back at it tonight. I think we're supposed to get hit with another round of rain, so we might have to re-strategize how we want to do that, but yeah, here we go. Hopefully on one of these videos we'll have one down. Till the next one.